Hello, my name is Lisa Kohler, and I'm coming to you with my very first YouTube video. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about becoming debt-free, paying down any debts that you have, trying to avoid going into debt in the future. So this is a really big thing, and a lot of people are trying to kind of embrace this way of living a lot more than what we used to. So I will tell you, I am not completely debt free. I am on this journey with you, but I have learned a lot in my years of how to save money and how to live more frugally so that I can put more money towards debts when they come up, and I can pay those debts off a lot faster than the loan than the life of the loan. And when you do that, when you're able to pay down debt faster, that really boosts your credit rating so that if you need a loan in the future, it's a lot easier for you to secure one. So I want to talk to you a little bit about how to determine where you're willing to have debt. So it all comes down to your priorities and what's most important to you. Now, most people, their largest debt will be for their mortgage or their home. And that, again, it doesn't have to be that way. It depends on what's really important to you. So look at your current bills and your current spending for, say, a 3-month period of time and see where you're spending the most money. Usually that will tell you what is most important to you. So if you look at your bills and you say, okay, over the last 90 days, I've spent the most money on groceries, then maybe what you're eating and what you're putting in your body is really what's most important to you. But if you look at that and you say, gosh, that's really not where I want my priorities to be, maybe you're spending that money on restaurants and eating out, and you're not even realizing how much that adds up to. And maybe that's not where you want your priority to be. Maybe you want to have a nicer home or a nicer car. Maybe your priorities are surrounding the clothes that you wear. Maybe that makes you feel really good to have expensive designer clothes. If that's what's important to you, then you need to set up your spending to reflect that. So first, take a look at your last 90 days of spending, see where your money's going, and then we will move towards telling your money where to go so that it's not just looking back and going, geez, I really wish I hadn't spent that much money on that. You're going to go forward telling your money exactly where you want it to go. And when you can get into a system where you're saying, this is how much money I have coming in, and these are the buckets that I'm going to put it in, then you're always going to know where your money's going, and you get to choose where those priorities lie. If you already own a home, but you still owe a lot of money on it, you may find out through this journey that that's really not where you want your money to go. You can sell your home and move into a smaller home. You can, choose to move into a tiny house. You can choose to move into a duplex and rent out the other side so that that tenant pays for your half of the mortgage as well. You can do a lot of different things. It's completely up to you where to put your money. And when you realize that you really have control over that and you can really funnel the money wherever you want it to go, that's going to go a long ways towards you becoming debt free. Now, on top of that, I will be posting videos fairly regularly, probably once or twice a week. I will continue to post videos and give you tips and tricks on different areas of your life where you can really save a lot of money. There's tons of stuff in this world right now that has really gone up in price due to inflation. That's just the current situation that we're in. There are a lot of things that we could do better at in terms of, do you really need to buy that thing? There's some questions that you can really ask yourself before you commit to a purchase. Things like, do I really need this? Do I already have something that serves the same purpose or that I could adjust in some way and use for this purpose? Could I borrow this thing from someone? Do I want this thing more than I want to pay down debt? So those are just some things to ask yourself. Really be honest with yourself. Maybe you have a car loan that's $10,000 and you really hate that you have to make that payment every month. Maybe your payment monthly is $250, maybe it's $300. So if you go and you see something, maybe there's a commercial that you watch and you're like, "Oh, I really want that." Ask yourself, do I want to spend $50 on that thing? Or do I want to put an extra $50 towards my car loan so I can get that paid off quicker and I have that off my back and I don't have to worry about it anymore? So, those are just some tips and tricks to get you started. If you liked this video, please hit the subscribe button below and I will bring you more in the coming days. Thank you.